Oh, snap. I'm a complete moron. I had you muted until just now.
Oh my goodness, great gracious.
I am so
That's
sorry. I'm bad at this.
Hey, first time, you got to work through the kinks. It's all good, brother. It is all
Uh,
good. We are stuck in messages, not sending hell.
yeah, now it
I'm glad I
should be
can
good.
read the chat now.
Yeah, now, I think now it's fixed. It's also like going
Now
off
you
the...
can hear me, Passix.
Oh, no. Don't do that. Let me adjust this some.
Can you make that just a tinge bigger? That's fine. Perfect. Thank you.
Alright, hopefully it works now. Let me also see if maybe...
Can I get a confirm from the chat if they can hear me? Hmm.
Okay, is that gonna work? Alright. Oh, God, yeah. We were talking about, Alright, can hear now. Okay, hopefully
Can you
that
hear me now?
stays.
So just going back to the beginning of the conversation that we had, Mike asked what I had been playing, and I had been kind of on a From Soft kind of tear, where I beat Armored Core 6, and then I beat Sekiro, and I was looking to be kind of done with them for a little bit, and I got a text from my twin, and he asked if we wanted to co-op Bloodborne, which is a game that we had played when it came out, but never beat. And we've been playing that, and we've been having a really great time. Last night I did most of the DLC. I got Maria, Lady of the Clock Tower, and Orphan of Kos, and super great games. Super great game. I really enjoyed Bloodborne quite a bit. I'm not sure it's better than Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring or Sekiro for that matter, but you're splitting hairs here because they're 9s, 9.5s, 10s. Like these games are still really, really great in comparison to some of the other things that we get today. So I've enjoyed it quite a bit, but it was just funny trying to get myself away from the Souls. Whoa, look at that guy.
He's about to be dead.
Lies of P is really great. I actually recently played that. It's kind of a part of my Souls tear.
Oh.
It Lies of P. So the cool thing about that game is there's a free demo, so you can check out Passix. You can check out that demo at any time. And the not that it matters now, but before the game launched, the demo went into the progression in the demo carried over into the main game, which was really nice. But yeah, I beat Lies of P probably 4 months ago, and I loved it. I thought it was great. Recommend for sure. It's got some level design issues where it feels kind of like early Dark Souls, where the level design is a little bit more cheap than well made, but the game is great. The boss battles are really good. The weapon variety is great. The build variety is great. I enjoyed Lies of P quite a bit, and I would recommend it to anybody that's interested. And the art design is probably the strength of that game too. If you've seen any trailers or anything, you probably know what I mean by that. It's very Victorian and stuff like that. So Lies of P is top notch for sure.
Neat. I didn't realize that Armored Core 6 was a From Software game.
Yes, Armored Core has always been. That was one of their like earliest things that they did, which explains why they were so hard when I was a kid. Because I didn't really understand what was going on. But yep, Armored Core is a FromSoft IP. I'm building it for PC. So I finally got it done. Nice. Yeah, I probably need to get into the PC space. The computer that I use is really just for doing videos and content with Mike. I don't really have like a gaming PC setup or really at all, and I haven't for quite some time. I enjoy the kind of brain deadness of console gaming, to be honest with you.
Brain deadness. See, I don't subscribe to like the whole PC master race thing.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of like counter. Uh, it hurts the industry to so vigorously pick sides like that.
I agree. Yeah.
But I really like that the PC industry has been growing a lot in the last like 10 years.
Yeah.
Definitely the 5 years have been like a light speed kind of thing, and man, you know, it's whatever. It makes they both have their purposes.
Yeah, yeah. PASIX, if I was to recommend a FromSoft game to start with, just for the fact that it being the most user-friendly one, I'd probably say Dark Souls 3 is probably, it has probably one of the better boss variety, environment variety, weapon variety, and challenge. It's not the easiest one, but it's for sure the most user-friendly, I would say.
I know that one of our other channel regulars, his username in the Discord is Thor. He's starting to do some pretty cool technical stuff too. I was messaging him some stuff about OBS this morning.
Nice.
Really cool guy. He's not here today, obviously. Maybe he'll pop in, but he's got some really cool stuff that he's doing. Actually, a lot of our Discord people have been sharing some pretty killer stuff lately. Him and another one in there have been sharing their N64 collections and how they're
Very cool.
organizing them, and it's crazy awesome.
Nice.
One of them collects like I don't know what the right term for it is, but like, yeah, I don't even know how to begin to say it. It's like an exclusive kind of thing where it's like there were like these special not for resale editions of like different games and cartridges. Some of them are demos, some of them are like limited things. So he has like 6 different varieties of these like limited release versions of like the N64 Zelda games. Like, it was really cool.
Nice. All right, PASIX. Yeah, man. You is that Dark Souls 2? Is that what I'm reading? Is that DS2?
Yeah, DS2.
Nice. 600 hours. Yeah. Dark Souls 2 was actually the first one that I played, but it was before I had really learned how the games work. You have the trilogy. That's great. And Elden Ring is my favorite video game ever made, so I'm constantly gonna recommend that one for sure.
All right,
Thomas
here we
is
go.
trying to get me to play that again, and I'm like, no, I can't.
This is him.
The
This is
Darkling pill bug.
You may see that and go, "Oh, what a joke!"
Yeah,
How
how
wrong
cute.
how wrong you are, dude. Okay, so this is the Spider Guardian. Metroid Prime 2, for its bosses, they really went in like a lot of daring new directions compared to the first Prime. This is one of the 2 that is mostly a morph ball fight. Well, actually, this one's entirely a morph ball fight. The other one is mostly a morph ball fight. It's the Power Bomb Guardian. What makes this boss so hard is that it's so dependent on you nailing the timing to do different things based off of where the boss is and where you're moving, and you kind of see it. I got stuck here when I was a kid, and like I put the game down for like a year. It was like so bad, and then I came back to it, and you know, we did it. So
Here we go.
let's suffer.
Got the flames.
So what we have to do is we have to damage him, which changes his speed, and you have to like intentionally get him to crash into specific parts of the map to then trigger like the next phase. And you can screw it up by having him hit the wrong spot.
Nice.
So now he'll turn red. Red's the fastest.
Oh gosh.
Then he turns green. Green's the slowest, and that's your chance to make him crash into stuff. But like you have to beat him to certain forks in the road. See how I'm racing him to this bomb slot, basically.
Oh no. Nice.
Because I'm gonna make that door open up. So right there. And that's how you damage him. Now this part, and we got the next section. This one has a boost ball pipe. So now I have to like hit him somehow while dropping. Like,
oh my goodness. Oh, got him.
I gotta do it again.
Oh, I think you got him. Nice.
I did.
What an interesting idea for a boss fight.
So now he's in my way. No!
Oh.
I'm not gonna make it.
Can you get to it in time?
Nope, he's gonna hit me too.
Yeah.
Eventually, the green will go away. Like you lose your green phase.
And then you'll have to start back over.
Nope,
Oh
there
yeah,
it
there
goes.
it goes.
He also just does like a lot of damage.
Yep.
Alright, here we go. Green fade. Oh no, still red. You jerk. Go, 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 go. Oh. Worth it. And this is only like stage 2 of like 5. Like,
Oof. All right.
it's a marathon, man. Now what's really funny though is that this is a total just massacre on the trilogy version. Like that section right there is probably the hardest one in the trilogy version, and the reason is they give you the spring ball in the Wii port trilogy version of this. You can just hop with the Wii remote, so you're not reliant on timing morph ball bomb jumps in that version, which makes this like crazy easy compared to this nightmare.
You're doing a good job when you drop timing those bomb drops. Yeah, like that. Nicely done. Path 6, what are you currently playing these days? Anything filling?
Crap. Ow.
Oh, yeah, you got him green. Let's see if you can lock the... Oh, nice. Alright, we're making... Okay. What is that, 3 out of 5?
I think so.
Okay.
There might be 6. I'm not sure. You can see his health there. He's half health now, so theoretically we're halfway.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Oh, here we go. They're giving me health.
Awesome. That's a nice break.
Okay, so this one, I think this is the last one actually. But there's like multiple phases to it.
Oh. Looking
See, now this
forward
one it
to,
matters where he is.
Yeah.
See, because the direction here of these paddles, he can basically flip them out again. So I gotta make sure to hit it at the right moment. Oh, I'm about to miss it. Okay, there we go.
Nice. Okay.
2 more to go. See, now I have to hit them. I have to hit them all now, and I can't green him when he's right here, because or hit the thing, because he'll knock it out. It's such a nightmare, dude. I'm really thinking with this.
How did Thomas did this when we were kids? He loved all these games and played them all the time.
No, I think it's awesome. It's just like really hard. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's gonna go up. And,
He's going. He's going.
Nice. Perfect.
All right, this is going pretty well.
Yeah, I think we're doing a good job here.
It's because I'm not on hard mode. That'll be the whole thing. Is when I get to hard mode. Oh god.
Oh boy.
I've only lost 1 energy tank. I think on hard mode he does like maybe half of a tank's worth of damage or more per hit. Something like that. Like it's a lot. This part's hard because it's slanted. See again, because imagine the trilogy version right here is like so easy because you just flip the remote. You just hippity hoppity all the way up. I don't have to time these bomb jumps. No! Ah! You ruined it.
Terraria, nothing wrong with that.
I never played Terraria. I've played lots of Minecraft over the years, but never Terraria.
Yeah, I've got friends that would put it in like their top 10 of all time. Wallace and Gromit? Dude, I love Wallace and Gromit. That's awesome.
Cheese!
I watched so much Wallace
No!
and Gromit when I was a kid. That show's great. Wallace and Gromit DLC. Amigeddon, what is that? I didn't know that there was a Wallace and Gromit video game to begin with, let alone DLC. What's the story with that? That's awesome.
It's falling apart.
Uh-oh.
No, jump! No, jump! Ah, I got it! Alright, we win.
Oh. Nice. Oh, and he's gonna go back and then up.
He takes the long way.
Oh my goodness. Boom, got him.
Alright, that went pretty well. And that gives us the power bomb. Or no, the spider ball.
Champions of Norath? Dude,
Next one's
that
the
is
power bomb.
old school. I love that. That's kind of maybe a hint to what we might be playing next on Retro Boost Arcade. Kind of.
Oh?
Kind of.
All of the
I love them as a kid, yeah.
Black
Good
Knight
stuff.
episodes that I've finished editing, which is at this point all of them except for the newest one we're going to do, are up on the Discord.
Excellent. That has been a and I think you brought it up a few times. The contrast in my enjoyment of that game versus the first couple times that we played it, and then the newest time, it was like, oh boy.
That's
I
what
don't know
was-
what happened.
That's what I was saying in the Discord. I was like, this was, it was kind of boring like at first because like he was liking the game and we were having a good time, and then episode 4 happened and everything changed.
Yep. Mario Sunshine, great game. I played. I didn't beat it, but I played a lot of it when the remaster, I guess is what it would be called, when that came out for Switch. I ended up getting the Super Mario pack or whatever that came with some of the games, and I
3D
played a
All
lot of them.
Stars.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Sunshine is great. I love that game a lot.
I was actually thinking about streaming Sunshine. Because I never finished it back when I was doing that like Let's Play type stuff back in the past. So,
Does
might
that
do
say a Mr. Bean PS2 game and it's soulless?
there's a Mr. Bean PS2 game?
That is crazy.
It's really funny.
So, Pack 6, you brought up Champions of Norath. Have you ever played any of the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance games? There's 1 and 2. Played a lot of those as kids. It's from the same developer as Champions of Norath, so I was just curious.
I think we're gonna see Dark Samus again here.
Oh, cool.
If I can speed things up, you'll be able to actually, because you're not going to be here for the whole stream.
No. Yeah.
You got important business things to negotiate. There's some
Yeah,
people that
right.
need to be taught a very important lesson, and Tori's the enforcer who's going to teach that lesson.
Absolutely.
But if I can hurry, you can actually be here for the Dark Samus boss fight,
That would be awesome.
because it's really spectacular. I might barely make it, we'll see. I gotta fight the Power Bomb Guardian. That's a pretty short fight, though. That's the other. They did them back to back. That's the other Morph Ball boss fight, but it's way simpler compared to the one I just did.
Awesome. That is great. Yeah. Dark Alliance 1 and 2 was one from my childhood for sure. Me and my twin brother co-opted Dark Alliance 1 and 2 and had a really great time. Those games are great co-op games. Very simple, great weapon variety. The only thing that I really wish they would have done with those, and I'm sure there's a mod for this, would be like, I don't mind playing pre-generated tunes, but in a game like that's borrowing a lot of D&D stuff, why not just let you make your own character and choose your class? I'm not understanding why they didn't do that with those games, but nonetheless, those games are great and a really, really fun time.
Yeah, I think I don't know, like a lot of the kind of like PC big RPGs, you think stuff like, you know, original Fallout and stuff have pretty like the original Deus Ex. Not all of them have like advanced character creation, but they have like a lot of robust character building to them. I don't know. That's something that seems to just kind of come in and out with certain games. Like every now and then, some new release will kind of like redefine the whole thing, and then I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah. Kind of like the whole dungeon crawler era with like Diablo 2 and Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance, and the Baldur's Gate Infinity Engine games, 1 and Shadows of Om, Throne of Baal. Certainly the pinnacle, in my opinion, of those games. Shortly after that, you would get things like Mass Effect and some of those really next level series that push the medium forward for sure.
Mass Effect. What do you think about what do you think they're gonna do for Mass Effect 4 or 5? 4? Are we calling it 4? It's the 5th one.
Legend of Grimrock. I'm not sure I played that. Every time Dungeon Crawler is mentioned, yeah, I'm not sure I played that. That doesn't sound familiar. I am just intensely concerned about the Mass Effect IP, but I'll never complain about more things in that world. So I will certainly give BioWare my full support regarding whatever they decide to do with the IP. I just hope that it's made well and runs well and has compelling story and characters and all that fun stuff.
Denied. Live service.
Yeah, I mean that's probably what we're getting, which I guess in like the Mass Effect world that could probably work honestly, but it's just gonna feel soulless and much like a Mr. Bean PS2 game.
Oh my god, can you imagine? There's like a developer diary for the new Mass Effect, and they're like, we take inspiration from Mr. Bean. That was our biggest design philosophy when making Mass Effect 5.
That's hilarious.
Okay. It just kind of occurred to us one day in the break room. And you're like, what?
Yes, that's great. That's so funny. I would love to know what the gameplay was, that PS2 game, to be honest with you. Like, how exactly does that work? I don't know really anything about Mr. Bean, so I wouldn't even be able to guess. Was it like an FPS or something? I don't know.
Well, I mean, the character is like he's like a comedian. He's like your just funny guy. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. So I'm not sure, like, in any way. Like, saying that there's like a Mr. Bean game is like saying that there's like Oh my god, I don't even know what to say. Like a Mike Myers game? Like what does that mean? Like he's
Yeah,
like
a
a
Bill
comedian
Murray
that
video
does
game.
funny stuff.
It's funny. Those guys look cool. Whoa. Oh, they cloak. That's cool.
They're about to be dead.
Boom. Would you freeze him?
Well, yeah, I don't like that part of this game. So, like, they, you know, saving money, they recycle some assets from Prime 1. So, basically, the light beam and the dark beam are essentially reworked plasma beam and ice beam from the first game. Which, like, yeah, they got different properties because the dark beam fires faster and whatever. But, like, the charged shots, according to the logbook, the dark beam is supposed to like entangle an opponent in like goo, basically.
Oh,
But
I see.
that's what the flavor text is. But functionally, what you're witnessing is them being frozen. And to take it even further to the first game, you can then fire a missile, which instantly shatters them, which is just what the ice beam does in the normal Metroid game. So it's like, it's weird, and like it's too easy to just kind of like, you know, exploit that basically. Because the dark beam shouldn't even work on those guys to begin with, because they were dark enemies, and dark enemies have like a resistance to the dark beam. But like it doesn't matter, I can still freeze them and then shatter them.
Nice. All right, so it's looking like Mr. Bean was a generic platformer with linear levels and some tidbits about the story. Cartoony 3D character with a huge head and a creepy face.
Creepy.
That sounds
face.
about right.
That's funny. It would have come out of left field if it was like, it's an advanced tactical role-playing game where Mr. Bean has to build a team to save the galaxy.
Right? That's so funny. He's got to
like,
go through the Omega 4 relay.
God, it's a Mr. Bean game. It's...
I think I know what our next... No, I'm just kidding. I'm not even going to put that out there.
Oh.
No.
Don't put the curse on us.
Oh my goodness.
Out of my way, out of my way, out of my way.
What are you playing this on? What's
GameCube.
Game, so it's straight GameCube?
The hell? Yeah. Well, with the CARBY HDMI adapter.
Okay. I saw some rumors the other day that this is that this game has already been reskinned like the first one, and they're just waiting to release it.
Good.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Absolutely cool. Also, where did I go wrong here? How about going
Gotcha.
down there?
Cool. Heard that, Passix. Uh-oh, is Mike lost?
Processing.
Processing.
Oh, I think I know where to go.
Question for the chat. Are there any games coming out soon that anybody is interested in? There's one coming out for me called Kazan. Pretty excited about it. So
That's a weird way to pronounce Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah, right. Mike, you have a question in the chat.
Last film. Oh, A Separation was the last movie I watched for class, because actually classes wrapped up yesterday. My next class will begin next week, which is on film production. But the one I just finished just wrapped up, and the last actually, it's not true. So the last, it's weird. The last thing we had to watch for the class was actually an episode of Arrested Development.
I love that show.
I'm pretty sure it was the pilot, if not something really early.
It was probably the pilot. The pilot is excellent.
I'm pretty sure it was, because it was definitely not part of the rebooted stuff. Because I know that that show got like two reboots, like
Yeah.
things, and it looked
Neither
like it
of
was
which were good.
the earliest run. Um, and that was pretty funny. I never seen it before, and it was definitely funny.
Jason Bateman. He's great in that show, and Michael Cera is good in it. It's a great cast. Very funny show.
What the hell? I thought it was this way.
What would be the context with which you would watch that for school, though?
It was going over like, actually, good question. I don't have an answer.
Whoa, Pasix, gonna watch Indiana Jones movies for the first time?
I don't know where to go.
That is amazing, and I'm jealous that you get to sit down and experience those movies for the first time. They are excellent. I would be very curious to know which one you enjoy the most. There's certainly varied opinions on that.
Tori's favorite is Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It
No,
is. Stop lying
on that
to yourself.
note, just stick to the first three.
Oh, man,
And I see you included the 80s films, which means that you're going to have a good time instead of a bad time. So, very smart.
Such an idiot. It's right here.
I never watched it, but it's on my list. Very nice.
Where is it?
And again, just to clarify, are you referring to the Indiana Jones movies? Is there something else that I missed? Because if it's the Indiana Jones movies, let's get into that. One movie per week. Cool. Yeah, that's great. That is going to be a really good time. Those movies are excellent. I have been pushing him to watch. Okay, now I understand what's going on. Gotcha. So, and again, you have seen them before. I would be very curious. Oh, Arrested Development. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, that show is great.
Found him.
Arrested Development's really good. The newer stuff is not so great. The older stuff is really good. I think the original show got to like season 4, and it was great. The new stuff, the new Netflix stuff is fine.
I used to get that one confused with Parks and Rec a lot.
Yeah.
The one's got
same
Chris
here.
Pratt.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, cool. So both of these boss battles are like all morph ball?
Yep.
Oh gosh, that was a nice like little flip and twist there.
Yeah, my strategy here is to work outside in to shorten the journey I have to take with each rotation, because this thing's aggression increases the longer the fight goes on. He'll be throwing more and more and more power bombs. So if I suffer and do the outsides first, it makes the last two phases real easy. Uh-oh.
Awesome.
Oh, we're good. I don't even know how much damage these things do. I almost never get hit by them. Theoretically, it should be a lot, because it's a power bomb, and power bombs in Prime 2 are, like, ridiculous. Something that I learned doing the capture footage for the next episode of What Happens.
Excited to see that.
Prime 2 was the reason that I started even doing that, because there's so much insane stuff that I was able to do and get footage of. Prime 1 isn't as crazy, but I wanted to do something a little more standard as the kind of test for, you know, how I wanted to film that and what the learning opportunities are afterward.
Wow, was that the boss battle? You just dominated that.
Yeah, he was really easy. I don't know, this one I've seen referenced as being hard, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Just work your way outside in, and then he's dead in like 2 seconds.
So I see your comment in the chat about Death Stranding 2. Never played Death Stranding 1, to be honest with you, so I don't really know anything about those games. I know they are Kojima, so people love them. That's weird.
His movie reviews are really funny.
Kojima, really?
Yeah, he does like these insane tweets about movies, and it's like you have
That's
to
awesome.
wonder if he even saw it when you're reading his review of it. Like he did one about the new Captain America, and it's like so funny.
Mm.
He's like, I don't remember Sam becoming the new Captain America, blah blah blah, and it's like, why do you even watch these things
How
if you
funny.
don't like them? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's really funny though.
Mm.
Sounds
Yeah,
like he's zonked out of his mind.
Huge Metal Gear Solid fan. Love 1, 2, and 3. Mike is obsessed with 4, and I'm just not buying it.
Four's the best one.
Was it?
It is though. It's not even a controversial opinion. It's the masterpiece.
Dead Island 2. That's cool.
All right, we're ready for Dark Samus now.
I gave up waiting for Elder Scrolls. Yeah, that's kind of a weird one.
Everyone.
I played a little Dead Island 2. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I can't quite read what the other one. What is it?
House Flipper 2.
I don't even know what that is. But Elder Scrolls, yeah. Personally, I think that Microsoft is delaying the release of a lot of those because they want to put them on PS5. And they're late in development with the PS5 versions of those games because they just decided that they were going to do that. Personally, I believe that's why Fable got delayed, is because they were like, we want this out day and date with PS5, and that iteration of the game is way behind. So let's delay it so that we have more time to release it on PS5. That's my theory there. I don't know if that's going to be true or not, but that's why I think some of their games are taking as long as they are, because and I understand Microsoft's strategy with that too. Like, these studios need to have the chance to make as much money as they can, and I can tell you, somebody like me who appreciates them putting, I mean, I'm going to play Fable, I'm going to play most if the Gears trilogy gets put on PS5, I'm probably playing that. Like, I want to reward Microsoft for their willingness to put their games on PS5, and I'll do that with my cold hard cash.
Jam it in the disk drive. Ow. I think it's a great move for them to just become a publisher, basically, because the Xbox systems historically, like the 360 was like their big one. Like that one, you know, grew their business, and it was, you know, it killed it for a while, despite its roadblocks in the early years. But before that and after that, they just haven't done that well. Like the Series X family is like bad. Like, it's just not selling good. So I think it has them kind of thinking like, let's go the other direction. Let's just like acquire all these studios and become a publisher. And I think that their little experiment was to see, you know, if they could do both, if having the studios would empower them to be a more powerful console space. But I don't think that that's worked.
Yeah, I agree.
Now we got Forza coming to.
I'm probably gonna play that.
You should. They're really good.
Yeah, I've never played any of them before, and I typically get a racing game, like a traditional non-Mario Kart game, like probably once every 4 or 5 years, and I haven't played a traditional racing game in a very long time. So I will use that chance to reward Microsoft by putting their games on PS5 by buying Forza. So I'm excited about that. And the Indiana Jones game, I'm excited about that. Like, kind of like you said, like, I only think it's a good thing. I loved my 360. That was the only generation that me and all my friends went all in on Microsoft. All of us had 360s and loved them. But I don't know what it was, but after that generation, we all migrated to PS4 and have been on Sony ever since. But yeah, I loved my 360 for sure.
I was always Nintendo as an early kid, so like N64 was my first console, GameCube was my second, Wii was my third. And then in like 2010, I got a PS3. But then I flip-flopped to Xbox for the Xbox One PS4 generation because that's what all my friends had.
Yeah.
And like that was a good generation for Microsoft. They had a lot of exclusives and everything worked fine. And there was never really anything on the PS4 that made me like think like, oh, I screwed up.
Oop.
That's all right. Don't have a PS5 or an X, but I did get a Switch after a while. Because now it's like, you know, Sony did what Microsoft's doing now, but for PC. So like, I don't have to have a PS5 anymore to play almost all of their biggest exclusives. The only one that's not on PC yet, I think, is Ratchet and Clank,
Which is excellent.
Spider-Man and God of Wars are all on PC now. I need to wait for. I want the Spider-Mans to go on sale because I played the first one on PS4, but I never played the Miles Morales thing or 2, which I've heard are both great.
I played like halfway through the first Spider-Man.
Oh
no!
okay, it's
Oh,
fine.
there we go. Nice. Okay. Oof.
God swoops in. Do not worry, Samus. You are saved. It would be pretty bold of them to just do a game arena, though.
The first console that I remember we owned was the Super Nintendo, which is one of my favorites. And then we've had, goodness, almost every one of them ever since. Funny enough, I never played an Xbox game.
You never played any Xbox game? I don't know. We could probably find a list.
KOTOR 2 is probably the best one, in my opinion. But, you know, that technically that's not. I mean, it was a Xbox exclusive, but it was developed by BioWare? Yeah, BioWare. Oh my goodness, look at that guy. But yeah, just going back to the Indiana Jones game, yeah, that's probably the first one that I thought, oh man, if they put that on PS5, I'm definitely playing that. And it reviewed well. I love the aesthetic. I love the style. The game's beautiful. I'm sure the soundtrack is good.
That was supposed to be like a big fight, but I just powerbombed both of them and incinerated them.
That was nice.
Okay, so now I'm gonna save, and now Dark Samus 2 is
Let's do it.
a couple rooms away, and this is my favorite boss fight in like all of Metroid's history. I love this fight more than anything else in the franchise. Although like the Ridley encounters in general are kind of like a good second place for me. But this one just kills, dude. When's Forza coming out? That's soon, right? It's like April?
I think so, yeah.
So the thing about Forza Horizon specifically is like the one Xbox franchise that I think while it was kind of at its peak, which is like when 3 came out, that like people that had PlayStations that played like Gran Turismo and stuff were like actually kind of like, man, I wish I had that. It was like the one Xbox franchise that was turning heads.
Nice. Yeah, it's spring 2025 is when Horizon is coming to.
Nice. Because Horizon is distinct from Forza Motorsport. So like Forza Motorsport is like the Xbox equivalent of like your Gran Turismo. Like it's like a sim. Whereas Horizon, very smartly to have both of these options, Horizon's a little bit more arcade, like a little more fun. And I think that it was a smart idea to like develop, you know, 2 distinct little franchises there. Because like, you know, Horizon was always kind of pushing the whole like spectacle forward. Like, oh man, look at this crazy race where like you run through the countryside, like in 4. Like when you run through the countryside and it's like snow and it's autumn and there's like tree leaves, and then at the end like your car like jumps over a like a train or something at the end. It's like, oh, that's awesome. It's like just like super fun. And like those games have always reviewed really well. So you'll love it. Okay, we need to power bomb upstairs. There it is. I know I should have went too far. Even me as like someone that really doesn't care for the racing genre much at all, I love Forza. And then of course you get your Halos. And
Oh,
your
yeah.
Gears of Wars. I think Gears is probably a better, more respected at this point than Halo is because of how just atrocious 6 was.
Yeah, I would probably play a Halo game if it was put on PS5. I'd definitely play a Gears of War game. Fable, I already brought up. Elder Scrolls, definitely. I'm not sure that I would play Avowed. That doesn't really look like it was made for me, but it looks cool, and I'm glad when Obsidian does anything because I like them quite a bit. I brought up, KOTOR 2 was developed by Obsidian. I'm going to correct myself on that comment earlier that it was BioWare, and that's not correct. Obsidian did KOTOR 2, and BioWare did KOTOR 1.
Almost there.
Oh, yeah, I think you just, flip them around.
Ah. Damn you. I got it the other way I wanted to go. Alright, come on. There.
There you go. Boom.
Alright, here we are. So 1 room away. Dark Samus.
And again, I have been told that as well. I've been told that it's a lot like Skyrim, and it looks like Skyrim, in both a good way and a bad way.
Fable?
No, Avowed.
Avowed? Oh,
Obsidian.
yeah.
It looks a little too much like what 20-year-old game, however old Skyrim is now.
72 years old. It came out during World War II, man.
I have played. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing actually. Like, think of the character doing that in like in like a show. Like boop boop boop. Oh, I gotta get these colors together. There's the green one. There's the blue one. Yeah, I think that's funny. That's good. 100 years old. It certainly feels like it is. I mean, I have Skyrim on just about every. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point I have Skyrim on my cell phone. I mean, I have it on my Switch. I have it on my PC. I have it on my. I have a PlayStation 3 right behind my computer setup. That I've got Skyrim on that. I probably have it on this drive over here. There's Skyrim on Switch right there. Yeah, it's everywhere. Can't escape from
Here we go.
Skyrim. All right, let's do it. Got it on PS3. Yeah. Cool. Skyrim on PS4, you can put mods on it, which is really. I've enjoyed that over the years. Nice, you are destroying her, dude.
Yeah, she's weak to the dark beam. Despite the name of Dark Samus, she's not from the dark world that you go into, so she's vulnerable to the dark beam. Oh, she has the boost ball. I love that she has like these like twisted phase-on versions of your abilities.
Oh gosh! All right.
Ow! She has like a psychotic version of the boost ball. She uses like a weird kind of tackling screw attack in the first fight, and then that's the super missile.
You got the dodge for that attack down pretty well.
Yeah, she telegraphs that one pretty well.
Yeah.
She has a shield against missiles, but you can still sneak in hits. I think you can If I hit that with like a charge shot or something, you can make her bounce away from you. It's just really hard to do.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it could be a lot of fun. I was playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3, and the mods on that game are pretty insane. Pretty insane. Uh-oh.
I'm good.
Resident Evil 5? Oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh, God.
Oh, there's the screw attack. Kind of.
Amazing. Resident Evil is like my favorite IP, like, of all time. It would be like a really tough battle between that and Final Fantasy. I want to play Baldur's Gate 3 2 when I have my PC. It's excellent. It's really good. It was my game of the... But it did 2024? It was
Yeah.
my game of the year, whichever year it came out. It was excellent.
Whichever, all the years.
Yeah, all the years.
It's just always game of the year.
Yeah, I mean it's excellent. It's if you have a hint of a passion for like D&D and like turn-based role-playing games, it's absolute top tier. Incredible cast, great environments, weapon variety, build variety, just everything you want. Baldur's Gate is so incredibly replayable, and the cool thing about that game is they're coming out with update 8.0 soon, and it's going to add a bunch of stuff to the base game, which is really exciting. So definitely a huge fan of that. Going back to Resident Evil though, because I have to get on that soapbox. I can't let that go. I'm sorry. Yeah, 5 is great. I actually think 5 is probably the most replayable because it has co-op. 5 is great. Mike got to enjoy the remake of 4, which was really cool.
That's one of the greatest games I've ever played in my life, man. The remake
Yeah.
of 4 specifically.
The 4 remake was great.
It's kind of rare these days for me to get like that into something that's like new.
Yeah.
Because a lot of AAA games of like the last, I don't know, 5 years or so, not a lot of them have been like, you know, I'm obsessed with them. But like when I was playing 4 for the first time all the way through, I was in it, man.
I'm so glad to hear that. Passix, what would you say is your favorite Resident Evil game overall? I really love the setting of 5, very indulging, intriguing with the story and themes. Yeah, totally agree, and I love the way that it kind of goes back to some of the characters from the some of the OG stuff as well, like Wesker being involved and the DLC with Jill and Chris and the whole thing. Yeah, 5 is great. I would love for 5 to get some sort of a reskin or a remake or something. I think they're probably going to go to Code Veronica, just because I think that game probably needs it really bad. Yeah, no, 5 is great. Like I said, the co-op nature of 5 and kind of the arcadey way that you can redo a stage and keep all of your loot definitely lends itself well to the replayability of 5, because none of the other games really have that. They're more like long form games where you have like save points and typewriters and stuff. 5 is not like that. 5 is like an arcade shooter that you can play with friends. That, you know, it's great though. 5 is wonderful. I love it. 5 is really good. 4 is really good. Of course, the OG 4 is really good, but in today's world where you have the remake of 4, you should just play that. The remake of 1 on the GameCube is probably my favorite Resident Evil game, to be honest with you. I really enjoyed the new ones too. 7 is excellent. 7's probably the most stressful in my opinion, and I loved 8 because they hadn't really done anything like that yet. Vampires and werewolves has not been an area that Resident Evil has gone at all. So I thought that the vibe of 8 was very unique and really good.
Vampires and werewolves and mummies.
7-foot tall ladies. Lady
I
D Matrescu.
that was really funny when that got announced because, like, I had a buddy who was keeping me informed on the social media responses to that, and
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like I had to put myself in the role of like, what if you're the guy that created this, and you're like, oh sweet, friggin' Resident Evil 8, you know, we're just announcing it, and it's my baby, and I'm so proud of this. And it's like, what do people think of my big vampire villain? And then like the guy's like, hey boss, I got some bad news. Everyone wants her to step on him.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because she is definitely like you have characters like that the gaming audience kind of obviously like, and it sticks, and all those things. But everybody's made Resident Evil. Is that 3 remake? Nice. I played that. I'm very much more solo person, so having an ad partner at 5-7 doesn't. Yeah. No, I get that. The 3 remake is great. I thought it was a little bit short. It almost felt like it could have been a DLC of the remake of 2, which I loved that as well. But yeah, the 3 remake was great. Kind of leaned into the boss battles for me, for sure. I recall the boss battles in Resident Evil 3 remake being really good, probably because of all the Nemesis boss fights.
Damn these people. You wanna die, punk?
They are all so great. Yeah, except 6. 6 is terrible. I hate it. I've tried to play 6 so many times, and it's the only Resident Evil game. Well, that's not true. It's the only numerical Resident that I haven't beaten.
6 is funny because that's when I was working at GameStop, and I remember 6 came out and people pretty much didn't like it. And I remember specifically that a guy came in. Just die. Thank you. A guy came in to like trade it in because he hated it, and he put his trade toward the pre-order of Operation Raccoon City.
Oh my gosh, that poor man.
It's like, it was like one of the few times that I was like, I see a lot of dark stuff in this job. Like, I feel bad.
Poor man.
It's really funny.
Resident Evil Survivor. I'm not familiar with that.
That's one of the. So even I only know this because the Angry Nerd did a video on it. But Survivor was one of the last ones on PS1. It was after they had already released other ones. And it's like a weird kind of first-person-y arcade shooter sort of thing.
I remember. Yep.
Yeah. It's got some really great voice acting, and by great I mean really bad. There's like a lot of memes that come out of that because of how like atrocious it is.
All right, everybody. Well, I have to bounce. I appreciate everybody coming on. It was great to chat with everybody. Mike, always good to see you. Always good to chat. I will talk to everybody soon. And Mike, I'm sure we'll be linking up at some point soon to finish up Black Knight and to start whatever is next on our Retro Boost arcade journey. I appreciate all you guys so much.
Absolutely. You have a great rest of your day, buddy. Thanks for joining.
Okay, see y'all.
I gotta.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I will see y'all later. Bye.
See ya. I'm not sure if he's gone yet, though. For real, don't talk bad about him until we're sure he's gone. Alright, yeah, he's good. He's left. That was fun. Kind of a last-minute offer. I gave an open invitation to the. We were talking about hanging out today, and it didn't totally work out. So I was like, yeah, you know, if you want to join the stream, you know, if you have a little bit of time at least, we could give a shot at streaming together, because it occurred to me that, you know, he hasn't streamed. We haven't done a stream together since before this calendar year. I mean, it was like September last year, something like that. a long time ago. Oh God, enough! He got me into, well, Resident Evil for starters, but also I would never have played the Dead Space remake if not for his suggestion as well, which I also really enjoyed that. Oh crap. What is happening? Oh, there's two of them. What the hell? Okay. Do the stupid thing. Alrighty, now, as hard as a lot of the Guardian bosses are purported to be, this is another one that's like ridiculously difficult, and it's not even like a major boss fight. It's another morph ball focused one. There's definitely a theme there with these morph ball bosses. Things too. Alright, I don't have anywhere near enough health to survive this next situation, so I might need to just regenerate some health by waiting in the little protective field. So, there's going to be a boss fight in this tunnel right here. I need to wait though. I don't have enough health. This is getting kind of boring here for a minute. Scroll back through some of this. What did I miss here and there? Man, Elder Scrolls 6 coming out is like similar to GTA 6, but I think the difference is that GTA has enjoyed a little more, I don't know if relevancy is the right word. Like, GTA 5 has been at the forefront of a lot of things for a long time through its own merit, whereas Skyrim's legacy kind of continued through mods. And every time that they stepped in to, like, do something themselves, it wasn't always received well, like the whole like paying for mods thing that came up at one point. But man, like Skyrim came out in 2011, so we're talking what, 15 years ago, almost, or 14? Yeah, 2021 plus 4, so Jesus. Wow. Two console generations ago. So it's like it's overdue, but also I don't know that people are even that hype on anymore because so many other big, RPGs have like come and made their mark in that in between that it's inevitably going to be judged against, that it might not have had to deal with if it had come out in a more reasonable kind of frame. Because, like, you got Baldur's Gate 3 is probably the biggest one, and then other stuff that it's going to inevitably be compared to. You're sick of GTA 5. What do you mean you're sick of GTA 5? It's the best. They just released... It's funny you say that. They just released, like, an enhanced version, quote-unquote, of GTA 5 on PC, and if you already own GTA, you get it for free. So I got this new computer, so I was like, okay, let's see what's enhanced about it. And I get it installed, and I put the settings on absolute maximum, and then I play it, and I'm like, okay. Like, it's not, I don't know what about it's enhanced. It doesn't look any better than I remember it looking in the past, playing it on like Xbox One, or not, that's not really fair, playing it on like the next gen version, so whatever, my old PC basically. And there were parts where it just kind of looked bad, like some of the textures like wouldn't load right, and the cars looked all kind of Play-Doh-y. And I had all the settings like totally maxed out, so I was like, okay, this game is absolutely showing its age. And like so to your point there, the ray tracing, there are some parts where I was like, there it is, like the inside of the car dealership at the beginning of the game was like the one environment that I was like, oh look, ray tracing. Like, but the rest didn't blow me away, which is very distinct from like The Witcher 3. Like I also tested that when I first got the new PC all set up, and like The Witcher 3 at like totally zonked settings is like incredible looking, and it's just as old as GTA 5. Like, it's only newer by a year and a half, 2 years. So I think they just kind of went, they went a little harder on it. But GTA has always had like a relatively simpler graphical style to it, I guess, which probably makes it harder to like really enhance it beyond what you've kind of seen it at maximum. But I like GTA 5. I played a decent amount of the online stuff back when it was new with some friends, but I didn't play it like since then. That was we're talking 2015. It's 10 years ago. So that's actually kind of funny. So like GTA 6 is, wow, yeah, because that came out in 2013, I think. So 15 years ago. Wow. But they got that one had a life to it. They definitely gave that thing legs. I remember when the yachts first came to the online, everyone was talking about that in the store I worked at, all of our coworkers. One of our guys got a yacht and named it the Balthazar because he didn't know Pokemon names, and he thought the Blastoise's name was Balthazar. Which is just like the greatest like parent thing to say. You and your Balthazar taking up too much time. So the yacht in GTA was the Balthazar. Ugh. Witcher games are great. I never played 1 or 2. I started with 3, and I read the backstories. But I really liked 3. That was great, and I started playing it on the hardest difficulty, and I got to pretty much the end of the game before something else took my attention. So I was gonna beat it. So my Xbox though, this is a good time. Really enjoyed it. All right, we're just about ready. It is kind of funny how I didn't really think that was that long ago, but now I'm thinking about it, like, God, 15 years. 15 years of GTA 5. It's like almost half my life. Yikes. Alright, here we go. Almost there. It's worth every penny to save up this, though. Trust me. Because, good lord, is this fight a pain. Yeah, the light beam is all colory. The dark beam is like a purple chaos. Shrink. The third beam you get's pretty cool visually. Actually, I'm probably gonna get it this stream. Should be able to. Final Beam. It's one of the coolest in the whole franchise, really. There, here it comes. No! Oh, I hate you. There we go. Ow, 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 ow. Ah! Ah! This is why I needed that energy. And now it's split, which is awesome. Stop. Aha! No, stop. No, it's like oh, lucky. Ah. Ah. Like, I don't know, it feels like I have it lined up and then it just doesn't want to go where I'm aiming. Show me your little dome head, come on. Huh? Oh! Oh! Alright. Well, I was lucky. Ah! Ah! No, let me. Oh, yay! Okay. Ow. Yeah! Oh, wow. I will be, I think, 32? I forget how old I am. I'll be 32 in like a month and some change. You have to measure your age in how long GTA 5 has been on the market, though. That's the requirement. That means that you're like you're like 2.8 GTA 5s old. Okay, so now I'm gonna get the screw attack. this correctly. There's a beam ammo expansion here. Ah! How dare you? Alright, try that again. Ah! Hello, Sir G. Nice to have you here. Alright, I guess we'll hit that first. What? What am I doing wrong? No. Oh, I can just fall off that. It's weird. Oh, man. Smash Bros. N64 is a good time. Played that all the time when I was a kid. Oh yeah, was it Women's Day? Is that today or was it yesterday? Look that up. I did see posts about that though, because it's true. Playing as Samus Aran, one of the earliest female video game protagonists. Alright, one more time to get the beam ammo expansion. Ow. Because that one's further up. Ooh. Oh no. God, I hate this thing. See? Ah. No, let me have it. Alright, that's going to give us 200 shots, I believe. Yeah, yeah, I think 200 now. Of the light and dark beam. Yep. Only one more. I know where it is, too. We just can't get it until after we get the next beam. It's always 250 with Metroid stuff. Whoa. Ow. Okay, so we gotta remember that, because we gotta come back for that key. Let's just go this way. What? Gonna get the screw attack. The screw attack. I think they were originally going to have it in the first Prime game. But a lot of stuff from that game's concept was cut. Like Kraid from original and Super Metroid was also going to be in there too. And got cut. So they did it in Prime 2. Ooh, excuse me. And I think that the screw attack is done in a pretty interesting way, considering it's 3D, and they carried it over to Prime 3 as well. But there it is. I want it. Alright, so we have some portal hopping puzzle solving to do. I kind of wish that it would have been more of the red, blue, green preschool puzzles, because I like those. Oh, damn it. Where do I go? Oh, no. I'm already... Well... Oh, kind of stupid. It's right here. It is definitely funny, like, the disconnect between, like, that kind of thing and the other stuff in the game. It's like... To fight Dark Samus, the Phazon-empowered demon-murdering entity, you must solve this puzzle, which is... Beep, boop, boop, beep. Boop, boop, beep, 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 beep. Like, it's definitely funny. Because there's nothing else like that. Like, that is completely distinct to that section right there in the game. And, like, you'll never do anything like that prior or afterward. Like, it is pretty funny. Because most of the puzzles in the game are... You use the boost ball or the morph ball to manipulate mechanisms. Yeah. Cool. Mechanisms or something. Go away. Like this. Turning a mechanism. Ow, ow, stop! Sorry. Definitely the dominant strategy with them. Oops. If you wish to defeat me, you must play a game of Go Fish. I will begin. I'm pretty sure there's a Pro ZD skit of that exact kind of thing. Where it's like, I'm gonna avenge my father and take you down. And the guys are like, oh, you mewling child could never understand my power. And then they're just playing cards. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh my gosh, this is why the beams are so good in this game. That's why they have ammo. They made them like too effective. He took a super missile, didn't finish him off, but the dark beam, you can just pew pew and he's dead. Alright, so the thingies are lined up. Gonna get the screw attack, gonna get the screw attack. Gonna get the screw attack. Gonna get the screw attack. It's kind of hard to use it as an actual attack, but you can. here we go. Oh, yeah. So, the screw attack gives you basically 5 horizontally moving jumps. And if you line it up right, you can use it as an attack. It'll kill a lot of stuff in one hit. Not everything, though. Depends. Tank. Okay, so now we just have to get the other 2 temple keys. We need to get the one that was in that room, but in the dark world. Which I think... Whoa. Connects to here. Yes. Ay, ay, ay. Gotta figure it out. Oh. This will actually probably be it. The next boss is quite the spectacle, too. Quadraxis. The echo visor, so we can get through this. Oops. Pretty sure one of the keys is just here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so just one more. Okay, I know it's not going to be up, and that red room's a save station. We need to get here. Need to get the key, need to get the key. Finding the key, finding the key. key. All right. Probably a faster way to do this, but I know this is one route that'll take me where I want to go. Ow. Oh, actually, there's an energy tank up here. Let's get this E-tank real quick. No! This one. Haha! Right. Nice. Bam. And then, yep, straight ahead. There's a power bomb expansion in here, but it takes so long to get. I'm not gonna bother with it. I don't really need those anyway. Okay, this should be it. Like, the further in you get, the more disconnect there is between the dark world and the light world, because like in Aegon Wastes, the first area, they're essentially one-to-one, but like this area as an example, they're way more separated. Not everything is as interconnected. And that goes doubly so for the game's final area, the temple ground stuff. You have to come and go through a ton of portals. And there we go. We got all the keys, so it's boss time. And I'll probably be ending the stream by getting the light suit. The game's final big upgrade. Ow. Station too. I'm trying to think if they're connected though. I think it would involve more back and forth stuff. I don't really need it though. I got 150 plus light beam shots. Realizing now I've been pretty lax on missiles. Could use, should have a lot more, but I haven't really been exploring much. No, you jerk. in this room? This is the map station. Yeah. Don't really need this at this point, but why not? Quick save here because it's been a while since I saved. Excuse me. Alright, so we just gotta go to the Dark World, and then it was that spot that I was when I got that other key before the last one. And we will be boss time. There are a lot of keys. There's 3 keys for each of these situations, but the last part of the game, much like the first Prime, throws you into a kind of fetch quest. You gotta get 9 keys for that. That's definitely what keeps all 3 of these games from being like perfect to me. All 3 of them end with like a fetch quest type thing. Lame. Alright, this one's kind of like the Boost Guardian. They don't give you any kind of protection, so you're basically bleeding health the entire time. Here we go. laser shot. I didn't really explain that at all, but the echo visor is pretty cool. It's like a sonar vision kind of thing. So we're having to use it to see the antennas and the signals that the body and the head are using. And then he summons little ads. You can see the antennas like in real life, but you can't target them without the echo visor. Okay. So now the head's exposed. Might be it. Closer, closer, closer. Yes. Ooh. All right. Yeah, he's not hard. It's an interesting fight, though. A lot of stuff happens during that. And then we get the final beam weapon. The Annihilator Beam. This one uses both ammo types simultaneously. but it's very high. Like it's described as being like weaker per shot, but I don't know that I agree with that. It'll blow away most enemies pretty quickly. Alright, temple. Pew, 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 pew. They also home in automatically too, so it's kind of like the wave beam from Prime 1, only you don't have to even lock on. You can just fire it off and it'll just find its targets. The charge shot does not home in. That's the one thing. Alright, that's 3 of 3 temple sites cleared. Just gotta put it back. Oh, this is one way? I guess this is one way. Dang, that's okay. Ow. Huh, that's weird. What am I hearing? Now we can also supercharge the crystals too. When you supercharge them with the Annihilator Beam, the Ing enemies are actually drawn to them. So it definitely makes the fights with them pretty trivial. Oh, dang it. Turn that energy. Deepity dappity doo. A weird night of sleep. It's daylight savings today. So you lose an hour. My body could definitely tell. I'm tired all morning. Who needs the grapple beam when you got the screw attack? Okay. Energizing the final of the temples. Okay. So now, the quest for the final temple keys is about to begin, and that'll also give me a chance to kind of pick up on a lot of the upgrades I just kind of breezed past, missile expansions and so on, because I've only got, what, 80? I think if I had been like really paying attention or going for stuff, I'd probably have like 150 or more by now. Power bomb expansions too. Okay. Oh, he's too high. Oh, come on. Nah. There we go. Oh, did I seriously not hit that from down here? Are you serious? Oh. The hell? I guess not. Damn it. Okay, so here is one of the locks. Kind of cool. Sonic musical locking system. No. Alright. We no longer need to use the morph ball for this because we have the screw attack. And there's an expansion, I think it's power bomb there too. Come back for. I think if I really even need to worry about those, though. I don't think so. Power bomb's really handy in the first game's final battle because you could use them to quickly kill the Metroid that spawn, but and that doesn't happen in this one. This room in the Dark World has the final beam ammo expansion, but I'm gonna come back for that too. Ugh. Not an immediate priority. Okay, so now all of the temple generators are online, so we're gonna get a reward for doing that. The light suit. I definitely can appreciate that the different suits are very visually distinct from each other in this game. But now we can fast travel between temple sites using light. Oh yeah, the screen. He's in the way. Okay, so I'm just gonna save the game at the first convenient spot here. I think the morph ball looks pretty cool with that suit too. All right. Cool. So, got the light suit, beat the last of the major bosses. Oh, Tori's thing's still there. Let's close that. Rip. Got that all done. So, the next stream of this is probably going to be the last one. It should be. Gonna get the last of the temple keys, and then we'll be able to do the final bosses. And then I'll probably take a break from playing this, but then the idea is to do it again, but hard mode, because I've never beat the game on hard before. So that will be, kind of cool. But I'll do something else like in between to not just be doing all Metroid all the time. So thank you everyone for tuning in. It was nice to have Tori join me as well. But definitely thank you so much, Past6 and Megeddon, for being here, for chatting, talking with us about different things. That was definitely very cool. Thanks for popping in as well, Sir G. Good to have you as always. So that'll be where I leave you today. And I'll catch you all on the next one. So everyone have a fantastic rest of your day.